Hi everyone and welcome to SK's e-Shikshalaya, and today we will see what lies in the interior of the earth, and this is for class 7th. So in the interior of the earth we will discuss about the crust, the mantle and the core, which are the three layers of the earth in detail. So as you all know that Earth is one of the 8 planets and it is the only known planet that supports human life. And Earth is also called as a unique planet because it has all the basic elements required for the survival of the human being. And Earth was formed about 5 million years ago. In 1915, Alfred Wegener, who was a German geologist, said that 200 miles years ago there was a massive supercontinent called Pangaea, which means all Earth. He also said that earlier the whole landmass was joined together, but later on some lands drifted apart and formed different continents. Earth is still continuously experiencing internal and external changes. Internal changes like occurrence of volcanoes, and external changes like weathering and erosion. So Earth is still continuously experiencing both internal as well as external changes. Then the radius of the Earth. Now the radius of the Earth is 6,371 kilometers. You must have often thought about what is there inside the earth. What is earth made up of? How does earth looks like from inside? Can I say that earth is a single piece of rock? Or is it filled with liquid? Or it is filled with gas? But remember one thing, earth is neither a single piece of rock. It is neither completely filled with liquid nor it is completely filled with gas. Then what it is made up of? That's the question. It is made up of several layers of different substances. So you can see in the picture there are several layers below the surface of the earth. Now let's see how interior of the earth looks like. Earth has concentric layers with one inside the other. So let's see this with the help of a diagram. Now this is the first layer, which is the crust, the topmost layer, mantle and core. So Earth has concentric layers with one inside the other, and so hence I can say that crust is the topmost layer, then comes the mantle, which is just beneath the crust, and core, which is the innermost layer of the earth. And this is how the interior of the earth looks like. Now let's talk about the percentage of each layer. Now crust forms 0.5% of the total volume of the earth. Mantle 16%, but core 83% of the total volume of the earth. So I can say that core is the largest portion of the earth, but the topmost layer, that is the crust, it is only 0.5%. Let's discuss each layer in detail. Crust, it is the topmost layer of the earth and it is thinnest among all the three layers. Crust extends up to 35 kilometer on the continental Mars, but only 5 kilometer on the ocean floor. It forms only 0.5% of the volume of the Earth. So we have discussed this in the previous slide. So now let's look at the constituents of the crust. So crust extends up to 35 kilometers on the continental Mars and only 5% on the oceanic floor. So the main mineral constituents of the continental mass of the crust is made up of silica and alumina, and hence it is called as Sial. How Sial is formed? Sial, Si, plus when we are combining that with Al, that is alumina, then Sial is formed. Then let's look at the main mineral constituents of the oceanic floor, which is made up of silica and magnesium. So, and it is called as SEMA. How SEMA is formed? When we are combining silica with magnesium, Ma, then SEMA is formed. Mantle, which is the second layer, and it is between the topmost layer, that is crust, and between the innermost layer, that is the core. It lies under the crust and forms 16% of the volume of the Earth. Extends up to 2,900 kilometers beneath the crust. Core. Now, core is the innermost layer of the Earth, and the radius of the core is 3,500 kilometers. It is molten at the core because it has high temperature and pressure. Core forms 83% volume of the Earth, which we have discussed in the earlier slide as well. Now let's look at the composition of core. So core is formed of nickel and iron. Now you will say, why I've written ferrous? Now because ferrous is the scientific name of iron. So if I'm combining nickel with ferrous, then knife is formed. So let's look at some of the interesting facts about the Earth. The deepest mine in the Earth is in South Africa, and it is about 4 kilometers deep. And in search of oil, engineers had to dig 6 kilometers in search of oil. Then the second interesting fact, the other interesting fact is that if one wants to reach the center of the Earth, which is not possible, so to reach the center of the Earth, one has to dig 6,000 kilometers deep into the oceanic floor. So we have finished with today's topic, and let's try to define the terms which we have used today. Geologist. A geologist is a person who studies the composition, structure, and the origin of rocks of the Earth. Sial. Mineral constituents of the continental Mars are silica and alumina, and therefore it is called as Sial. SEMA. Mineral constituents of the oceanic crust are silica and magnesium, and therefore it is called as SEMA. Knife. The core of the Earth is made up of nickel and iron, therefore called knife. This is for your reference. Thank you.